Beastmaster Druid. Wait, no. Circle of Primeval. This is a subclass for Druid that basically gets a permanent pet. We do have something similar to this, like Wildfire Druid and Tashes, but their pet is temporary. This is permanent. Disclaimer, by the way, if you're new to the game, I don't recommend you read or use UA because this is playtest material, so chances are very high it's not good for the system. I will also assume you know the system itself very well throughout this video. I'll be looking at this through the lens of optimization. Welcome to Back Tactics. Keeper of Old, you gain proficiency in history skill. When you make an intelligence history check, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the ability check. Intelligence for a druid is a dump stat. A d4? I mean, sure, I'll take it, but it's still not very good. But okay, Primeval Companion. This is a long one. As an action, you can extend one use of your wild shape feature to summon one Primeval Companion rather than assuming a beast form. The companion appears in an unoccupied space of your choice within 30 feet of you. The Primeval Companion is friendly to you and your companions, and it obeys your commands. See the creature's game statistics in the Primeval Companion stat block, which uses your proficiency bonus in several places. You determine the cosmetic appearance of your companion. I like that. Flavor is free. It can be like a raptor, a saber-toothed tiger, a rhino. It gives examples. These choices have no effects on the companion's game statistics, of course. In combat, the companion shares your initiative count, but it takes its own turn immediately after yours. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes on its turn is the dodge action, unless you take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take another action. That action can be one in its stat block or other action. If you are incapacitated, the companion can take any action of its choice, not just dodge. The companion remains until it is reduced to 0 hit points or until you die, at which point the companion vanishes. If you use this feature to summon the companion again, and you already have a companion present, the first companion immediately vanishes. Anything the companion was wearing or carrying is left behind when the companion vanishes. Well, flavor is free. Hold on, idea. Gator, come here. Gator! No! Gator. Kobold, I'm not getting paid enough for this! Here is my companion, Gator! Flavor is free! Can you say flavor is free? Oh yeah, you can't talk because the feature doesn't say you can talk. Here's the stat block. It gets proficiency in dexterity and constitution saving throws, dark vision at 60 feet, a melee attack, and a reaction to eat damage. At level 2, it has 15 AC and 20 HP. And at level 20, it has 19 AC with 110 HP. Here's a graph. It has slightly more HP than the variant beast for Beastmaster Ranger. Now for damage, I assume the AC of enemies goes up over time. It starts at 13 AC and eventually it goes up to 19 AC. Here's a graph. Yeah, I know, without spending extra resources, it's doing below 6 damage. And it can only attack in melee. Putting it in melee is a total trap. And this is not even taking into account the resistance of enemies against non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. This is what happens when you keep complaining about conjure animals, guys. They're too afraid to give strong pets to us at this point, so we never get fun stuff with them. The main feature that seems useful is the reaction, intercept attack. When a creature the companion can see hits a target with an attack, and the target is within 5 feet of the companion, the target instead takes half the damage. The companion takes the remainder of the damage. If you're small like me, you can ride your companion and have them take part of incoming damage for you. Or you can just have them stand next to one of your friends. Don't send them into melee though. There they just die quickly and barely do any damage. I guess it's a blessing in disguise that you only want to use its movement and reaction, because those don't require you to use your bonus action to command it. Level 6, Prehistoric Conduits. If you cast a spell with a range other than self, the spell can originate from you or your Primeval Companion. In addition, if the Primeval Companion is affected by a spell you cast that allows the creatures to make a saving throw against its effects, the Primeval Companion has advantage on its saving throw. If the Primeval Companion would normally take half damage on a successful save against the spell, the Companion instead takes no damage on a successful save and half damage with no additional effects on a failed save. Just like Wildfire Druid, the first part is basically taken straight from Enhanced Bond, part of the 6th level feature. However, our Companion can't fly though, so you cannot do as much cool stuff with it until later. For now, I'll be happy being a bit further away from the enemies. I've collected all the spells that are applicable for the second part of the feature. You can see them here. With the knowledge of the Companion being most likely next to your allies and this list being applicable spells, I'll let you decide whether this is a useful feature. Level 10, Titanic Bonds. The Primeval Companion grows to large size, and when you summon it, you can grant it either a climbing speed or a swimming speed equal to its walking speed. Gator, I don't have a enlarge reduce spell prepared. Kobold, that's a good spell. Why don't you have that prepared? Gator, it's a horrible spell. Can you cast it, please? Just for this example. Thank you. Once per turn while the Primeval Companion is summoned, when you hit a creature with an attack or deal damage to a creature you can see with a spell you cast, you can force that creature to make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On the failure, the creature is frightened of you until the end of your next turn. I think climbing is overall better because you can have them climb walls and thorn whip enemies up using prehistoric conduits. It's not insane or anything, but I think that it will come up more often than having the ability to swim. Also, seeing creatures like horses climb things looks funny. Oh yeah, you can mount your companion now if you're medium-sized. The second part of the feature is basically like what undead warlocks get as part of their form of dread, but we don't really have as many attacks. Still, frightened is a strong debuff for enemies, and our companion is basically permanently with us until death, so this will come up a lot. Capstone time! Yay! Scourge of the Ancients! As part of the bonus action you use to command your companion, you can expend a spell slot of any level to heighten your Primeval Companion's might, granting it the following benefits. Hulking Behemoth, the companion becomes huge and gains temporary hit points equal to 10 times the level of the spell slot expended. If there isn't enough room for the companion to become huge, it attains the maximum possible size in the space available. Mauler, on a hit, the companion's strike deals additional damage equal to 1d8 plus the level of the spell slot expended. Titanic Stride, the companion's walking speed increases by a number of feet equal to 5 times the level of the spell slot expended. These benefits last for 1 hour until the companion vanishes, or until you expend a spell slot for this feature again. You use a spell slot to give your companion some benefits. I like the idea, but it's too weak. Giving Gator here some temporary hit points for the cost of spell slots seems a bit extreme. Especially if you are the person who needs to cast Pass Without Trace, meaning that you are using a lot of spell slots. Mauler is a trap. The damage is still laughable. Don't use this. Titanic Stride is basically beat by Long Strider. Conclusion. I love the flavor of this. I love the idea that they said flavor is free. You know, always bonus points to that. But sadly, the subclass sucks. And while the only thing I could say is boost it or make new features, I don't know. But that's my feedback. I hope I earned your subscription. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye!